Hey, hey.
Hey, Bristol, you can definitely have a pink sweater for sure.
Hold up. Go tell me if that's better, audio wise.
That's good.
It's like, is it for the grown and sexy?
It's popping out, doggy.
Most incredible, baby.
Check it out, eh?
Unleash the flutes on him, guru. What's up? What's
Yeah,
up?
look at that, eh? Fucking got the green one about it.
Yeah, no. What were you perspiring too much during your last interview? You had to switch sweaters on him.
I switched every time.
It was getting
Yeah,
hot in here, eh? You had to take off all your clothes.
yeah. So like, I have the same shirt on the background for the whole week, but next week it'll be a different shirt up there.
Did you do it just for Nelly Maloney?
Just for what? Nelly?
Just for Nelly
What?
Maloney?
Nelly Furtado or Nelly like the rapper?
Nah, Nelly Maloney.
Nelly Maloney.
Yeah, fam.
Oh, okay, okay. I never heard of that one.
Nah,
Nelly?
yo. What's good, bad man?
Fuck, I just got rocking,
Yeah?
rocking in the free world.
Yo, you had to switch clothes for this one? I'm gonna have to take my coat off for this one. I'm gonna have to take my coat off for this one.
So yeah, so this is like we'll do like an interview because like we don't just fuck around for the whole episode,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know. We'll do a interview. This isn't like the No Condom podcast. This is Eddie GTV, you know.
You actually want to get serious. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, cheer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely gonna throw some wild turkeys in there, you know.
All right. Yo, man, being tall is a son of a bitch sometimes, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Actually, I feel like God blessed me with the height that I have because I am the right height. I can reach things, but I don't hit my head off shit. You know? I think God blessed me at even 6 foot.
Here, hold on, bro. Let me just get this shit set up properly here. Just
Big facts. Big facts.
want to make sure the lighting's all right and shit. Give you the best quality content we can. All right, there we go, brother. How you doing?
Cheer, cheer. So so yeah, like you started a whole big thing. Mad people doing contests now. Eh?
I didn't start it though. Don't give me too much.
No,
No, but
like
a lot of
yeah,
people, a lot of people have jumped on the wave though. That's for sure.
for sure, for sure. Your contest was a big one, though.
Yeah, I would like to think I think we've outdone pretty well any of the contests I've seen thus far. But I got to get credit out to the homie Young Stitch.
Big contest, yeah.
Yeah, he's been running contests for a little bit, and that's kind of what we patterned like the concept off of. You know what I mean? Like the way they ran
Shout out
theirs.
to Young Pitch.
Yeah, we ran ours very similar to theirs because I like their format. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'd seen some other ones online previous, and some of them you gotta like buy beats for and shit. I'm not in for that because we're just trying to give people an opportunity. You know what I mean? And that's what I really liked about his contest. It was really just kind of for the people. And that's what Breaking Records Radio has been about since day one. Just giving people opportunities. So we kind of patterned it after kind of the same concept they had, and we just we utilized our connections through the show, tried to get guest judges that would excite people, and we tried to give up some money. You know what I mean? It was a concept that was floating around for a while. Oasis had brought it up and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't too eager on it because I'm like, what are we gonna do? Offer people beats and shit? You know what I mean? Like that doesn't really, we don't really stand out from the bunch by doing that. And them Flight 9 edibles, they came to the into the picture, and they ran an idea by me to do a contest as well. And they said they put up $500, and I'm like, all right, well, if you're gonna put up $500 and that changes the landscape, like now we have something to offer people that's exciting. So I was like, all right, I'm about it. So I'm like, but then I got motivated. I'm like, all right, so let me try to utilize some of the connections we have and see what we can do. So we pulled it off, and I was absolutely floored, man. Like over 200 entries, like on our first contest, like it's just absolutely
Woo!
phenomenal, bro. Like, we knocked it out of the
Awesome.
park, bro. I would say, 90% 90% of the entries, 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 out of the contests I've seen, it's definitely one of the most successful ones. You know what I mean? It was right up there with the Lunchroom Poets one. Like they had a good panel of guest judges. They had just a little bit over 200 entries as well too. So you know, for us, for it being our first time doing the contest, I was very very impressed by that.
Yeah, so I'm definitely proud of you. I'm definitely and like I'm definitely proud of you in general. Like I see like man, like I know how much work goes into doing all this stuff,
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot.
and it's like man, this man just keeps going and like going and going, and just like it's like man, I definitely admire the hustle.
Real salute, brother. Salute. We don't, you know, I'll sleep when I'm dead, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, as long as I'm here, you know what I mean, till I'm positioned where I need to be positioned and where I'm aiming to be positioned. So I get to that point, man. There's no sleep till Brooklyn, brother. You know what I mean?
So like name like this 74 projects you got coming out like this next little bit,
Oh
and
man,
like all the ones that have been just released, and like the different projects you guys got, the whole Breaking Records, like um,
my bad. I meant to brush my teeth before I got in here, and I forgot. I hope I don't got no bread stuck in there or nothing. You know what I mean? So what you want to know what we got coming out or what?
what's been released recently, like what's coming up,
All
what's
right,
the
so
whole
2020, man, let me give you like a little synopsis. 2020 had a whole different plan, bro. My solo EP was going to be out by now, maybe even my second follow-up EP. Like we had a whole different plan. And then COVID hit right at the top of the year. So if you remember, I put Midas Touch out at the top of the year and promoting it pretty heavy. And I was right in like promo mode, you know what I mean? Like I got a bunch of fucking posters and flyers done up and all this shit. I was ready to bomb cities, you know what I mean? Like I had a whole plan. And then COVID hit. And with my girl being pregnant at the time, she wasn't comfortable with me going out and mingling and doing nothing, right? And you know, respectively. So it really threw a wrench in my plan. So I'm like, well, shit, man. I'm like 2020, like this is the like, you know, like this year was integral for us because, you know, we had all kind of been a little bit asleep for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like we
for
you know,
sure?
I'd been before the baby was born, I'd been spending my time, you know, trying to secure at least one, if not two, sometimes three big interviews a week. I was stretching myself thin, just trying to get as many interviews as possible. Plus, doing the Toronto Talks podcast every week. Me and you doing our podcast whenever we could. You know, whenever you could come up here, and I go back to Brantford. So I was wearing myself thin through media, and I wasn't really focusing on music. So 2020 was the year I had planned. I had a whole game plan set forth. And when COVID hit, I can't lie, man. It really fucked me up, and it really hindered my spirits, bro. And it really fucked me up and pissed me off and had me really harboring some negative energy because not only had I been putting all this effort in the media and I no longer could like even go to the station and do like we've been just been putting 2 strong years in the Toronto Talks podcast. We were really just starting to get the momentum
Yeah.
we needed. You know, it just really uninspired for a minute, man. And I had all these plans for the music. I had music videos paid for and stuff that we already had like storyboards drawn up for and stuff. And COVID hit and it fucked everything up, bro. So Midas Touch came out as planned, and then I had to sit back and reevaluate my plans. You know what I mean? It's like, well, you know, and luckily for me, you know, I've been someone who's hustled a lot in the past, so I had material. So the first thing I went to is me and Spesh K when he lived in Toronto. I used to spend a lot of time at his crib, and we had a bunch of. I'll give you a little synopsis on the project, I guess, because we never really talked about it on a platform, have we?
No, we haven't talked about it now.
Okay, so I'll give you a bit of synopsis of that. So the joint EP that I put out earlier this year, me and Spesh recorded that in between when I moved to Toronto, so 2014. We probably started recording that around 2015 and probably finished around 2017-ish. And no, maybe even 16, 17, that period of time anyway, right? And what had happened is originally it was supposed to be a project called The Trilogy, and it was me, Spesh K, Lefty. So we sat on this material for a bit, and then around 2017, I dug the material back up and I started fucking with it, right, and editing it and mixing, mastering all the songs. And this was kind of doing his family thing at the time, so I was like, yo, this is a good way to teach myself how to do the engineering, you know. And I was ready to
Yeah.
just do everything on myself. And so with that being said, Sorry. Um, so with that being said, I had finished the album in 2017. I sent it to the guys, and Lefty was like, "Yo, this material's old. Like, this isn't what should be representing me. Like, take me off all these songs." And I was like, "Oh, damn." So we kind of like me and Special didn't really know what to do with it then. So it kind of sat on the shelf, and then maybe about a year and a half ago or so, like I hit him up again and I was like, hey, you wanna? This was when I was kind of focusing on media, and I'm like, yo, you want to put this project out? And he had just had a kid and moved to Chatham. He's like, yo, I'm not really like the biggest. His exact words were, I'm not really the biggest Special K fan myself right now. So I took that as like, all right, this project's forever shelved. So fast forward, 2020 hits, COVID hits, and my whole game plan for the year gets fucked up, gets wiped out. So I'm sitting there and I'm scrambling. I'm thinking, what am I gonna do, man? You know what I mean? Like this year was integral. We had plans. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, fuck. And not only does it like shift and fuck up what I'm doing with the media things, but it fucks up my musically too. I'm like, I can't afford to just sit dormant all year, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm in a position. I got a baby on the way. Like this is grind time. So I hit Special up and I'm like, yo, bro, how would you feel if I kind of repurpose these songs? I'm like, if any of the blank spaces we got, I could get the Breaking Records guys to fill in, and I can mix master it down. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm with it. He's like, I'm not really too like heavy, and he kind of retired. I think that project kind of brought him back in the picture though, like because I see him working again now. But at the time, he's like, yeah, I'm kind of like, he's kind of bowed out. So he's like, as long as you take care of everything, basically, he's like, I'm with it. So I'm like, all right. So I went, dug my nose right into the computer, spent a good 2 solid months fucking mixing and mastering everything, getting verses in for all the blank spaces, and I put the joint EP together. So that was all older material, but it was integral that it came out that way because it was older material. And you've heard the new stuff I've been working on. It's on another level, right? But everyone's used to being boom bap Malone, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? It's integral. We'll get this out first. Because it fits.
It makes sense. It makes sense to come out before the other stuff comes out. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. It's the order of progression, right? So it was actually fun when we put that out. Like a few people hit me up and they're like, yeah, it's dope, but like you're always doing the same shit kind of thing. And I didn't want to like let all the cats out the bag and stuff, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, it's funny you say that because the music I've been working on for this last year is actually this is old material, but I didn't want to tell people it was old at the time. So we pushed it out, slammed that out. It did relatively well, man. And and it kick started the whole thing. So in the meanwhile, too, before COVID, we had finished the Breaking Records EP, and so that was originally supposed to come out earlier. But COVID fucked all the plans up, so joints became the thing, and then we pushed the EP back, and then decided to do the contest. I was like, yo, what a great rollout for the EP, because the issue we've had with the Breaking Records projects in the past, like a lot of people don't know, but we've put out 2 projects prior. But the problem is, Breaking Records to most people is known as a media company. We're not known as a rat group. So that's what this year was about, was changing that, right? So I was supposed to put my solo EP out, have some music videos, and then we're supposed to put out the Breaking Records project. It got messed up. We still got the, we made it fit back in order. But that being said, when we decided to launch the contest through the radio show, I was like, well, this is a great way to roll out the EP. So we lined everything up so it all smacked perfect. You know what I mean? All the singles.
Right.
The same did the joints EP. We did a single each week, just to like consistently hit people with music. You know what I mean? So people couldn't ignore it. And then, let joints breathe for a couple months. And then we did the exact same thing with the Breaking Records EP while the contest was going. So as we were kind of gaining some new attention by people and some new notoriety by some new people, we were slamming out new music. People were like, oh, okay, cool. And then the EP kind of gave people a taste of some of the shit that I'm going to be on with some of the new music coming in. There was some melodic shit. It wasn't just straight boom bap. Different shit.
One thing that I want to say to you is I'm going to tell you like the same thing that I told Burns. The next collabo like we do on a song, I want you to do this song. I want you to write all the verses and put all your stuff down, and then leave the ad libs.
All right.
I just want to do the ad libs.
All right. We can do that. We can do that. As long as you do an Ewok ad lib, like a Chewbacca, like a.
Like, yeah, because like I think like I still have a thing for music, but I think like my newfound love for ad libs, I think is gonna be like what people are gonna want to gravitate to, like
Yeah.
like you know how like yeah Nate Dogg on the hook,
You
you gotta have Eddie, you gotta have Eddie on the ad libs,
got
you know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think I must be boring like to listen to talk. I think I ramble too much because anytime I'm like getting interviewed on live, like when I'm getting interviewed, people be tuning out like a motherfucker. When I interview someone, people will watch that. But when I'm getting interviewed, people will be tuning out. I think you know what though? I have a problem. Do you know what my problem is? I
Burns
communicate
is doing this.
communication is a very strong thing to me, and I don't like to be misinterpreted or come off wrong. So I like to over explain myself sometimes, or really describe things in detail and give a breakdown of it, opposed to just kind of like give a short answer, because I don't like to be misinterpreted. You know what I mean? A saying I used to say is that like my biggest fear in life is to be misunderstood. You know what I mean? Because I know my intentions. I know that they're pure, but when you don't execute communication right, people can misinterpret where you're coming from a lot of times. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
um,
And a lot of times, like I'll jump in and like yeah, if I notice like the second somebody starts like repeating almost a point,
yeah, yeah.
I'm like boom.
You're
Hey,
good at that when we would do the podcast. You were good at that. You know what I mean? Because I do regurgitate things because I like to really, you know what I mean. I come back full circle, but sometimes I come back full circle 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean? It's like, but I like to make sure I've explained myself in the best way possible, so there's never a way to misinterpret what I said. You know what I mean?
yeah. So I hear you're gonna be doing a big push on the MLNY and Breaking Records merch.
Yeah, we got some big things in the works, man. So right now we're cooking up the next contest. I almost want to just give you the exclusive, but
You do because it's at EGTV.
I
You
do
know,
want the exclusive, bro, but I can't
this
quite.
is this is a big deal, man. Like this is like fucking, this is at EGTV, man. Like what bigger platform would you rather put this out on
Yo,
besides
bro,
Breaking Records?
I can't lie though, bro. Like, like since day one, my best interviews have always been with you, man. Like my favorite interview to this day is the one we did when I put out the perfect balance and I had the
We're,
release.
we're,
The,
we're also Envy.
yeah, was that my release show or was I opening for somebody else? I can't really remember, but that was
Can't
right.
remember, but that's my favorite interview of us too as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's my favorite interview we did. Like the camera
Because
was,
Cobra Street was shut down.
yeah, and we
We
did it
were we
ever.
did it like straight, looking down Cobra Street.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a dope interview. That was my favorite interview of us as well.
Yeah, because we did some cool ones before that too. Like you came to the basement, and then we did one at Obi's crib when he had the pool table and shit. When we put out Too Deep, and
Oh yeah, yeah. I almost forgot about that one. And then there was one at Ennis's house.
oh yeah, 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 man. But yo, like I mean, we're boys and shit, but I mean, you know,
Yeah,
the beginning, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I've been interviewed by a lot of people, but my favorite interviews I think are with you, and I think it's because we're at a point of just comfort and we're so tight. You know what I mean? But like
yeah,
even back then, like you know what I mean? Like I could go I could just explain myself, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I like. Like, if someone's gonna ask me questions, I want to be able to explain myself. You know what I mean? Like I said, like I just said prior, like I'd rather over-explain myself than under-explain myself, and really, give everybody the credit that they deserve when we're talking about the past or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? It's
but
like,
it could also be like that, that I'm so fucking ill at this shit.
yeah, yo, bro, you know what I mean? It's just it's a chemistry thing. Like sometimes you interview
Right?
people and it's whack, and sometimes it's good. Like I get it all the time, bro.
Sure.
I interview people and it's trash sometimes, and I interview other people and it's the fucking best shit ever. You know what I mean? So
For sure. Like
between people,
you know what's a really good feeling though? Like when you really feel like I just killed this. When the interview starts off and it's like so boring and like they're just like kind of like just giving you nothing, and then you work your way into like fucking like dope end of the interview.
yeah,
Like they're just like fucking like a completely different person.
100%, 100%. But
Very
yeah.
ill.
Anytime you hit me up and you're like, want to do an interview, I'm game, bro. Because in my history, you've done my best interviews that I can think of. Like, and I've been interviewed by
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Thank you.
Um,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
yeah, and especially that one after the perfect balance. That was my favorite. You gave us like we did like a track breakdown. You asked me about joints and stuff. You gave me time to explain the depth behind the songs and shit like that. That
Yeah,
was important to me, bro. You know what I mean? And that project was really important to me. So, I appreciate that interview. I think it came out really dope. The lighting was perfect. The Colburn Street. I was looking nice and skinny at the time. I was on my single shit. I was, you know what I mean, bro? I was
I was
glowing.
popping.
I was glowing. You know,
Yeah,
oh man, but no, I got mad love for you, man. I'm glad to see you're back in the shit, doing what you're doing. You know what I mean, and you're back motivated again. You took time off for a little bit, and you know me, I try to never take time off, but so
yeah.
when I see people that I regard, that I have a certain regard for, and I notice they slipping. It kind of hurts me a little bit. So, I think I even hit you up a couple times. I was like, yo, what's up, man? Where's your interviews at? What's going on?
Right, right. But you know what though? Um, the time off really like kind of like put me to where I am now, where
Yeah,
like where I am, and I'm ready.
yo,
You know?
it's a fact, bro. You know what I mean? And like, I'm at a point now where, with the baby here and stuff, my daughter, I don't believe that I'm not allotted any more time to regroup and recalibrate. But that's what I did in that period of time after the perfect balance. And basically until, 2018 when we started doing the podcast and stuff, and I just put singled out like that was just kind of thrown together, you know what I mean? I'd been dormant for a bit, and I wasn't even really doing much media. I would only do it if an interview came around, but like I was in a fucked up place in life. I went through I ended a relationship, went through another fucked up relationship. I was doing some soul searching. I was single the first time in like a decade, you know what I mean? I was just soul searching, and I needed that time to recalibrate to come back as strong as I have. And so
And also also one thing you were saying earlier, but like the whole like COVID thing hitting, like the whole like top of the year, like I had to start doing pretty much like a in person interview every week almost
yeah,
because
yeah.
right at the beginning of the year, and then the COVID hit, and that shut that whole plan down. So like what you're saying is like the plans for this year, like I felt like man like coming out of January, like halfway through February, I was like, yo, I'm fucking killing it this year.
You were on the ball, bro, and I was proud of you, man. You were killing
Yeah,
it. You were
yeah.
killing
So like I just kind of like had to I don't know, sit down and kind of like reevaluate like how to come at this shit
it.
again.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like I had to get my shit in order. And then starting to sell the hoodies like and seeing how fast they're going kind of motivated me. I was like, okay, man, like I need to do this. I can't just have this let this be a clothing brand, right?
Fucking right, bro. And that's the thing, and those periods of recalibration are important when you're allotted them, and luckily for you, you don't I mean, not luckily for you. I'm gonna tell you straight up, having a child is the biggest blessing in the world. There's no feeling of unconditional love, like
Right.
looking at your baby in the eyes and her just like reaching for you, like it's something that like I can't even explain, bro. You know what I mean? I had no desire to want to be a father. um even while my girlfriend is pregnant, I was scared shitless the whole time. I was like, man, is this gonna compromise my dreams? And nah, it just made me go 100 times harder. Like when my girl was pregnant, it made me go 100 times harder. Like you see me, bro. I was booking as
Oh
many
yeah.
interviews as I could, 2, 3 a week, doing my podcast still. You know what I mean? I was still in the studio knocking out music. That's when we did the Breaking Records EP. And I got a bunch of solo material recorded, which is what we're starting to roll out now. Before the last COVID hit, you know what I mean? So I was grinding every day, boom, 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 fucking
Yeah.
hitting it. You know what I mean? And you know, and because I was scared that when my baby was born, that I would have to take like a year off. And in fact, that wasn't really the case. It actually caused me to be more motivated and want to go harder than ever. So, the thing I feared most in life actually made me a fucking monster, bro. So I will say there's no feeling like having children, bro. But what I was gonna say though is that you're allotted that luxury to be able to sit back and recalibrate now. You know what I mean? I don't have
Right.
that. It's all or nothing for me now. You know what I mean? Um, so it just is what it is. But it is important to be able to sit back and refresh. And I think the other thing you need, bro, uh, you know, you need to start acquiring a bit of a team, you know what I mean? So you can off balance a little bit of the stuff when you need to take time to recalibrate, or you need to sit back and take time
Yeah.
to be an idea man and think about where's the next direction to take EDGTV and the next venture. Then you got you got a person or two who's kind of helping hold the fort down while you can shift and utilize your you know your mental capabilities into some other things.
I was definitely thinking that the other day. I was like, uh, I forget what it was. Something else came up, and like I was like, oh man, I gotta learn how to do this now. It's like, but like I hadn't fully took the time to learn the other thing that was like that I need to do, but like now I need to know this other thing. So like it's I've always had a problem of like having people like just building the team. I don't know.
I feel you, man. I've always been a person who just took on the work all for myself. You know what I mean? Like I've
Yeah.
never been good at spreading the work around. Um, you know, my girlfriend becoming pregnant forced me to put trust in other people. Like I just didn't trust other people with the brand. You know what I mean? Even my fucking teammates. You know what I mean? Like I wanted everything to channel through me, and I want, you know what I mean? Like I still do. Like I still have the integrity. Like this is my fucking baby, bro. Ashton's my human baby, and this is my other baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I love them almost equally. Obviously, I love Ashton more. You know, that's different. But you know, it's like it's very close. You know what I mean? Like this is my fucking baby. I've been raising it for fucking damn near a decade, bro. You know what I mean? And even before that, with Icom and my music and shit,
Yeah.
I've been raising it. Like if you're looking just like from
I feel the same way about Eddie GTV, you know?
exactly, man, exactly. You know, and you know, to sometimes you just got to put that guard down and have some faith and trust in people. And you know, it's worked out not well for me in the past, and I think that's why I was so hesitant to ever do it again, because I'd had people on board and I couldn't put trust in them, and every time I put a little bit of trust in them, they didn't deliver, and then I ended up looking bad because like people no showed for interviews or whatever, you know what I mean? And so I was just like, fuck it, you know my motto. It was always, you want something done right, you do it your fucking self. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well, even like to say one point like how you're saying like you ask people and like they didn't do the things. For me, like I was so paranoid about like having people like not do it that I would set up something that I already have set up that I don't even need somebody for.
yeah,
I'd ask that person that says they want to kind of help out. I'd invite them to the thing and see if they show up.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
a lot of times they wouldn't show up. So
yeah,
I was like, okay, I'm like, it would have made it easier if that person was there, but I could still do it on my own,
yeah. No, it's
right?
a fact, man. You know, and like I totally get it, but you know, sometimes certain things in life force you to have to, you know, shift responsibility or trust in the people. You know, and I think another thing that was big for me too is, you know, you go back a few years when maybe I tried to get some other people on board, and I wasn't ready to give up the integrity of the interviews. You know what I mean? Like if I booked a big interview, I felt like I deserved to do that interview. So
Yeah,
I would like, you know, try to give these guys like, you know, I'd still try to give them big name interviews. Like I'm not going to name the person's name, but someone no showed for a Peter Jackson interview once. And that's when I was like, yo, man, what the fuck? Because then it makes me look bad to PJ. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you know, but like I tried to give people like still good name interviews. It's just though, like, you know, if I got like fucking Fife Dog, I was going to do it. You know what I mean? Best
yeah,
I was going, and I felt like I deserved it. And one thing, you know, with my girl being pregnant and me knowing that I had to bring people on board, it caused me to it forced me to have to step back a bit and be like, look, I need help. So I'm gonna have to give up the big ticket interviews. You know, it's something I'm gonna have to do because I'm not gonna have the time to do them. But I
right,
still want the content. So after I did that and I put my trust in someone and they delivered and did fucking phenomenally and they still have to this day, it really changed my way of thinking. And I'm like, yo, maybe you can trust other people with the integrity of your brand. It's just you got to trust the right people. You know what I mean? And there is a
right.
trial and error process where some people will disappoint you, but that so is business, so is life, and so is everything. You know what I mean? But it's important, man. I always heard about the importance of a team, but honestly, in the last 12 months, I've really learned the importance of a team. And we're just building it bigger and bigger right now, man. Shout out to Stutter and Stanley. He's managing me right now, officially as of yesterday. So
That
anybody,
shot at Provo in here too.
Yeah, man. So anybody, if you want to work, hit up Stanley. We'll get some work lined up. You know what I mean? But shout out to Stanley. He's officially managing me now as of right now, and he's we haven't actually made an announcement, but he actually joined Breaking Records as a sponsor and ad representative a little over a month ago. So he's been on the team, kind of helping us bit behind the scenes. But yeah,
Awesome.
as of last night, he's officially my manager. So shout out to Stanley, bro.
Definitely. Definitely. We're definitely gonna have to meet. And yeah, because yeah, one thing I remember like yeah, years ago when you said like you're building like the team and stuff like that. I remember you asked me if I wanted to come on and do the and do interviews. And I just figured like we kind of had like a very like similar type show. And
Yeah,
I already built like I have my baby at
yeah.
YouTube, you know. I had my baby, and then like I thought it was great how we kind of like but like I was like yeah like I definitely wanted to work, so I was like I think it was great how we kind of like came up with the idea and started doing the whole no condom podcast and the whole and watching it grow, like
Yep.
watching our chemistry grow, like from us just doing regular interviews and how the first um maybe like 20 episodes looked and how like the next like 20 to 40 looked and like just watching it grow was like an amazing thing, you know. That over there is another baby, you know. And that one was easy to make because there was no condom on it, right?
And you know what? I want to apologize in a sense too, because in that last year, like while Lindsay was pregnant, I know I kind of put No Condom podcast on the back burner, and I started putting a lot more focus into Toronto Talks. And in hindsight, looking back, I love Toronto Talks. And I think it was a thing of accessibility and like constantly having guests on and stuff. And it was about building this thing that was right there and fruitful. But if I really look back on it, man, um, there's a certain chemistry we had on No Condom podcast that I think is kind of unparalleled. You know what I mean? I think the only problem is I would get too fucked up sometimes. You know what I mean? Or we might both get a little too fucked up sometimes.
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah,
times like I fucked up too.
we get absolutely mashed, which we would do on Toronto Talks too. So
Yeah,
it's the contrast on both. That it doesn't really come out well sometimes, but we got some of our best content by being fucked up as well too. But there's a chemistry there, and like put it this way, bro. We have more views on a video of me and you talking about masturbating in public than most rappers in Toronto have on any of their videos. We have over 100,000 views of people watching us talking about masturbating in public.
right.
It's wild, bro. So congratulations to us as well too, and you as well,
For
bro.
sure.
We hit 100K on one of our videos. We
I'm
hit
gonna
that
go. I'm gonna go out somewhere and actually masturbate in public just to celebrate.
to celebrate. Yeah, you know what? I should go whip down there and fucking go find a little spot in the alley and go rub one out real quick while we're on here.
Yeah, I'll go sit in the park.
But no, I think that's the great thing about No Condom though is that we're just about the most edgy content possible. But I'm not gonna lie, I have gone back and watched episodes too, and I fucking cringe at some of the shit I say, bro. Like,
Yeah, me too. I've watched like different, just like over my whole catalog. Sometimes I'm like some of the stuff I'm like, but
yeah, man. What and I don't know what the future holds for me with podcasting, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna say it's the end, to either, but uh, you know, I really gotta focus on Breaking Records Radio. And I, I I gotta focus on my music. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man.
I got
No,
I got
I definitely hear you. Um, like with this whole COVID thing, it just made it so hard for us to even like how we had our whole thing set up.
yeah, exactly,
It
exactly.
kind of like
The
COVID kind of just like changed the whole thing. Like I completely understand and like and that's why like I even started doing like this idea of like
yeah,
I'm like you know what I might as well just stay home Friday nights and just do 3 interviews every Friday night.
one
You know,
hundred percent.
you know,
And
and
like, we'll talk about it off camera. You know what I mean? Because
for sure,
being on
for sure.
live, fucking brainstorming. But I do have some ideas I want to do. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't want to kill No Condom podcast. I don't want to kill Toronto Talks. I don't want to. They're brands that we put a lot of heart and soul and power into, and there's something there, especially like No Con, like even Toronto Talks. We got some really really strong clips that have performed very well. You know what I mean? So
Definitely, and definitely, I was a fan of that show as well. The
yeah,
Toronto.
there's something there with both, but it's just I guess COVID really it was a blessing in disguise. It was the blessing in disguise I needed to realize I need to shift focus back onto breaking records as a company soul-heartedly and my music career, because I'm 31 now. This is the time to make the push. Put this material out, go as hard as fucking possible, flex nuts, let people know I still rap better than 90% of their favorite rappers, and you know what I mean. Just gotta hammer it out right now. I can do media when I'm 40. I can do media when I'm 50. I can do, what I mean? Media is always there for me. But the music,
and definitely like one thing that I'm like super excited for you is like that new music like that new music, like the stuff I heard, it's gonna be like people are gonna be like, oh shit, like this is something different, like
people don't know what I'm capable of, bro. I'm telling you. And I'm not someone who toots my own horn. I don't like come out here and like tell people like, everyone's whack and I'm better than everyone. Like I'm confident in myself. I'm confident I can out rap people. But
like
everybody
like
treats me like I'm just a punchline rapper. And yeah, I am that. But bro, like you've heard some of the music. Like people are not prepared for what I have coming out, bro. Like I'm not just a fucking one trick pony, man. And that's all I'm gonna fucking say on that. But some of this shit there's some powerful shit about to come out, bro.
yeah yeah me and you have definitely had some good conversations about like different styles of rap and like kind of um like what are some things, like it's not all about punchlines and it's not all about like man like we were talking about like how kind of like the almost like a Tupac versus Biggie, like because Tupac had like that shit that wasn't super lyrical but like those songs just touched you,
Yeah,
you know? And like Biggie had that shit that was super lyrical and you just crunch up your face and you're like ooh, like and like just the vibe of it was just like kind of like that crunched up kind of like, but like Tupac has that like it's not super lyrical, but like, I feel this in my soul.
yeah.
So like, it's definitely good to explore like the different sides, and like, and both of those guys have, their hardcore shit and their like, and their other shit. Like, for an artist to kind of like just stick with one kind of like thing, their whole. It like I was just talking about this I think with obese, um, being your full self. Like a lot of people like will show like as artists one side of them.
Well, because you got to be cool, man. In rap music, you got to
Yeah.
be the cool guy. You know what I mean? So everyone's so focused on being cool that no one's themselves, and I'm sick of that shit, bro.
But if you show your whole self, like like a lot of my early music, it was very kind of like serious kind of stuff. And then as soon as I kind of put that funny side out, people were like, "Yo, this is the Eddie G we've been waiting for," you know?
Yeah.
Like I just show all sides of myself, right? Like
Yeah.
the other stuff was me as well, but I just show all different sides of me, right?
No, 100%, bro. And you know what? And that's the thing. It's like, and that's why I started doing behind bars, because I knew like the music I've been working on for the last like year and a half, like none of it's out. You know what I mean? Because I had older music that needed to come out first, but I was so focused on media and getting a back catalog of media for when my baby was born that I didn't really, and COVID fucked all the plans up, or else shit would have started dropping at the top of last year. But it's like, that's why I started doing behind bars, because I knew that the new music I'm working on, like, bro, people are used to buying my albums and it being like 80% punchline songs. I'm the best. And then like, 3-4 concept songs. And it's the complete opposite now, bro. I'm putting my projects together and there's like maybe like 3 songs that are like bars or just like rapping hard. And every other song is conceptual or deep or introspective or about something. You know what I mean? Like it's music now, bro. You know what I mean? I'm actually making music. So for all those people telling me you heard Malone rap on one song, you've heard all his songs, I'm not gonna say your names, but you can shut the fuck up now, because you trust me, I've been cooking for a long time and you just ain't heard it yet.
Talk to him. Almost like I would almost say like on your sequencing, like the album,
Yeah.
kind of like if you're only gonna have like only like 1 or 2 like punchline songs, just have them right in the end. So then, like when when people are listening to the whole project, they're like, oh yeah, he's not doing that. But then like, or at the end, just kind of remind them, like, yo,
Well,
I'm
I'll,
the fucking man at this stuff. Because like for the punchline guys, there's a lot of punchline rappers, and like, I know you're saying, hey, I'm not just a punchline guy, but you are a fucking dope at the punchline shit.
well,
So
that's the
like,
thing.
I'd almost say like have that shit on the have that shit on the end. So then like when people listen to the whole project, they're like, oh, he's not doing that, and then come out and then just remind them at the end, be like, hey, yo, I'm motherfucking MLNY. You know?
Well, that's the thing too. It's like I can't put that completely behind me. You know what I mean? Especially when like my whole career I built that brand, but I also rebranded. You know what I mean? So that was
Yeah.
part of that too, is being able to expand musically and not just be the icon guy who just raps bars all the time. But with that being said, there is I do have to keep some of that aesthetic. And when I write songs that are conceptual too, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a fucking shitty writer. You know what I mean? So
Right,
like
right.
there's
No,
still talent to the writing, but it's like it's just that's
I
not
still
the
love Liar Liar.
but oh yeah, Fire, yeah, Liar, Liar, yeah. That's one of my favorites of all time, bro. Um,
Yeah.
but like I'm not gonna lie, there is like I can let one cat out of the bag right now. Like on these two projects I'm working on right now.
Woo!
Um,
Get it? There's some,
I do have a joint that's like just bars with the homie Lotus from Lunchroom Poets, and that shit is a fucking slapper, bro. So that's
boom, boom,
one.
boom, boom, boom,
I
boom.
got one in the cut with
That's
Stitch,
fire. That's
slapper too. Got one in the cut with Stitch, that's a slapper. Um, and you know what? I don't know. I want to
yes.
reveal to you. There's something. I got an EP in the works with someone special, but I don't. We're more than halfway done it now, but I still until I get his blessing. I don't know if I should release that information yet, but I do. I let's just say like you saw the Special K EP I put out. Well, I got something a little bigger coming out this year. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
We got another EP coming out, another collab EP that's gonna really rock people. You know what I mean? So, and that's what doing the behind bars is just to appease to that audience. I got the behind bars mixtape dropping at the top of 2021. So what I've done, all these verses you've been hearing me drop over the last year and a half, I've gone and I've stripped the industry beats from all these verses and I've reproduced fucking bangers to all these verses. So I got the behind bars mixtape. I'm just finalizing it right now and
Okay.
getting the finishing touches on songs. So I think the track list is sitting around 13, 14 songs. So that's going to drop near the top of the year. And, that'll remind people that, that'll appease to that audience. But, the On My Grind music video is dropping next Friday. That's not bars at all. That's just music. You know what I mean? And, the next joint's going to be Foundation. Once again, that's music. You know what I mean? That's not bars. So a lot of the solo music I'm working on is not appeasing to that audience. It's appeasing to just, me being a creative and creating what I want to create and being the most transparent version of myself in my music. You know what I mean?
So yeah.
But yeah, the behind bars mixtape though, and I'll keep doing the behind bars to appease to that audience. But and I am working on material that to appease to that audience as well too. Like I'm not leaving that completely behind. Just as solo me, I got other shit I need to cater to, bro. I got other parts of
Exactly.
myself I need to cater to. But me and Oasis have the Menace Lupus album. It's pretty well all written. We just got to start recording that, so that's gonna come out. That's all bars and grimy, filthy shit that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
fucking pick the grime up off the rim of your fucking toilet, bro. You know what I mean? It's just nasty ass fucking straight bars, like fucking
That's like sitting on the toilet. That's like sitting on the toilet, fucking building sandcastles and
right.
fucking,
I'm
you know.
telling you, bro. So the Menace Lupus, like that probably won't drop till the tail end of the year because we got to record it still. But this EP I'm telling you about, it's a little bit of a mix because me and this guy both do bars, but he also makes a lot of music too. So once you guys find out who that is, you're gonna go crazy. But so this it kind of
So,
appeased both audiences.
did you say who it was?
No, I ain't tell you yet.
Oh, I thought I missed that. I thought you just said who it was.
Nah, bro. Nah, you're not gonna sneak me like that, bro. You're not gonna sneak me like that, bro. I know you too well, bro. You're not gonna catch me slipping. I ain't getting drunk. I'm drinking 5-hour energies because after this, I'm going to make a radio show, finish some behind bars beats, send some emails off, and you know, get my SoCan, get back into my SoCan shit. And yo, shout out to LB420 Click as well too, the homie LB and Nathan Skulls. I produced a joint for them, which is really dope. And they actually just got Mad Child on it, so it'd be the first time Mad Child's rapping on one of my beats. So I just, you know, I want to
Okay.
thank you for that. That's a dope opportunity, and you know, I'm glad that I could provide them a canvas that they wanted to go that direction with. And the song that they made to
Yeah.
it is really fucking dope, and that's all I can tell you right now because they don't want any more information divulged. But I can tell you the match out thing because they went public with that. So you can look out for that coming out too, man. Let's just put it this way, bro. By the end of 2021, my beats gonna be costing more money, bro. You know, there's some things lined up. That's all I can tell you. You know what I mean?
Mm.
There's some solid credits lined up, and shout outs to 420 Click, man. They've been killing shit. They've been going hard all year. COVID or no COVID, these guys found a way to still get out there and fucking roll out their plan as they planned it. You know what I mean? I wasn't able to do the same, but I was able. Luckily, you know, I was gifted the. I was luckily I grinded hard enough in the past. I had enough material that I could kind of appease people with. Till we got back in a position where you know I could really start getting some of this new shit out and put it out
Yeah,
properly.
yeah,
You know,
you definitely been putting in that work for years, you know, and, like it shows, it shows. And yeah, I just want to let people know, yeah, so I'm doing the three interviews, every Friday, 6 o'clock, 7:30, 9 o'clock. I'm gonna be watching to see like what time zones I mean, what times do the best, and like kind of like doing a whole study of this whole like Instagram live shit and kind of like building this whole thing up. And I had Obese on the 6 o'clock. I had Ross Burns, Mr. Burns right there at 7:30. I had this dope interview. On next week I got Sam Forsman. We're going to talk about some MMA shit and some tattooing.
word up.
And then I got Josh Fisher, a Hamilton artist, dope Hamilton artist. Excited for our first interview. And then we got B Nuts, Bristow.
Hey,
Fucking,
Bristol, I produced a fucking slapper for him a couple months ago that we got a song concept that I'm just waiting for him to let me know when he's ready. And we already got a concept lined up that we're gonna do for it. But I produced a slapper for him a couple
oh,
months.
dope,
Yeah.
dope. Great to hear that.
But
Can't wait to hear
LB,
that.
if he's still in the room, you should talk to LB and get him up on here too, man. Because 420 Click, they've been grinding hard this year, man. And they
For sure, for sure.
I plan on getting them once I kind of get really back more in the swing of doing interviews more regularly. They're one of the first dudes from around here I'm going to be hitting up to get on the program as well. So, you know,
Dope, dope.
yeah, man.
Definitely,
But,
definitely. Like, yeah. If there's anybody like ever, you say, hey, you know, you should interview this person. Just let me know, and I'll do the same. You
yo, if
know.
you want, this next contest we're doing, actually, if you want to,
Oh, I was gonna say, you mentioned about you want me to be a sponsor?
yeah, if you want to sponsor it, you know, do an interview, if you want to give away a hoodie or something too, whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with, but even an interview, whatever you want to do, you know what I mean? But 100%, you know,
Like, are you doing like a first place, second place, third place thing?
this one will be first place, second place, third place, like the last one. We'll announce the you know, the top 10 and stuff like we did last time. But
Okay.
yeah, if you thought the last one was big, just wait till you see the guest judges we got for this one, bro, and just wait till you see we up the prize pack a little bit. It's still $500, but there's a little extra spice in there to entice people, you know.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. So the winner gets an LEG hoodie and an interview.
Yeah.
Second place gets an LEG T-shirt
Okay. And no interview.
and an interview. Okay.
Ah, okay. There we go. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. He taught me into it.
My man. Yeah, man. You
So
know,
yeah. So
I'm
yeah. First place gets a interview hoodie. Second place gets an interview T-shirt.
you know, shout out to Jay Robertson, the place to be too. He's came in strong in both contests that we've ran so far. Even just a little 3 day thing, he came in hard. But yeah, man, yo, I'm really looking fucking forward to putting this contest out, man. You know,
I mean, that like what's just been added right there is fucking fire in itself. You
Bro,
know?
I want to tell you who are like our headlining judges right now.
Just tell me afterwards. We're not on live.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you off the live because the whole thing is we got to roll it out leading up to the contest and build that anticipation. If I tell you now, then word could get out there. So yeah, but oh man, I want to tell you, man, bro, there's just so much fucking shit popping right now. That's like it's crazy. Like last night, like we were on the phone, right? Like me
But yeah,
standing.
think about that though. Like fucking like like they can even pick their color.
Woo, woo, woo. Yo, do you know what? Yo, never mind. I was just about to turn this into some no condom podcast shit. Let's keep it serious, bro. Let's keep it serious for once. But
I think
uh,
we're coming up close to the hour too, though. Oh, we got like a couple minutes. Yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We're getting close. We got like 7 minutes though.
Oh, okay. Well, 7 minutes is enough time for me to go rub one out in the alley still.
Right? Fucking masturbate in public. Yo. Imagine if we stayed on the live. I went outside and masturbated in public, and he masturbated in public. Yeah, that video right there would do like fucking 20 times what the other video did.
Come back and meet in the live, see who took longer.
Oh yeah. Yo, who makes it back first?
Nasty shit, bro. That's some nasty shit. But no, man, yo, for real, like there's it's gonna be a big year for the brand, bro, for breaking records, for MLNY, for all of it, man. That's all I can tell you. If that's all I can say, man. And I've learned not to be eager and jump the gun and tell people things too soon. That's probably the biggest lesson I learned in 2020. And the power of having your poker hand ready. You know what I mean? Opposed to just letting everything be known as soon as it is as soon as you secure it because you're excited. There's a lot more power in playing chess, not checkers. So unfortunately, the 16-year-old in me wants to just tell you all this shit, but unfortunately, I can't for the betterment of everything. But bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be a big year, and it's not that
Yeah,
cliche. Not that cliche.
it was huge that you guys got Samuel.
Samuel L. Jackson, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's fire,
Wait till you see
man.
what
When I see that, I'm like, he better cut that thing of Samuel saying Breaking Records Radio and use that for a fucking drop.
Yo, so that's the new intro for all our videos. I cut because I had a few people leaving comments and they're like, "Yo, I love your content, but this intro is really starting to annoy me." So I cut I actually just with the new classified interview I uploaded and split into clips. I deleted the whole old intro completely, and I just have Samuel L. Jackson saying, "This is a motherfucker who needs no introduction. You are now listening to Breaking Records Radio," and then it just cuts into your interview clip. So for the people who watch your content, who are subscribed, you don't have to watch that 30-second fucking intro anymore. It's about 5 seconds, and it's fucking Sam motherfucking Jackson. So
Yeah, me, I just got myself talking to myself on my intro.
bro. Wait
That's
till you
a,
see. Wait till you see what I.
that right there's my classic interview though,
Wait till you
man.
see. Wait till you see what I. Motherfucker. Wait,
Motherfucker.
wait till you see what our congratulatory video is for this contest, though. So it's not near as big a celebrity as Samuel L. Jackson. Like,
Yeah, Samuel Jackson, like that's Samuel Jackson, right?
you can't top that. But bro, what we did with this one is really fucking creative. And let's just say if you're Canadian and you grew up watching TV, you're gonna recognize this character. And you're gonna fucking howl and fucking be pumped when you see what he's doing. You know what I mean? And that's all I can tell you. But the congratulatory video for this contest, this one's for my Canadian people, bro. You know what I mean? And y'all gonna love this shit. Y'all gonna fucking love this shit.
Dope, dope, dope. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. And definitely we have to get on here and do it live soon as our alter ego is fucking moist and soggy.
Yeah, well, no, 100%, bro. That's what I was gonna say. We'll talk about it off camera, but like, I do want to continue to keep the brand alive, for No Content Podcast, and whether that just means we do a live stream once every like month, even or something, just something that keeps the brand alive and moving.
Yeah,
the hilarious content, you know, because there's a market for the hilarity, you know what I mean? And I love to show that side of myself, bro. Man,
And it's sort of with the No Comment podcast, it's like so effortless.
it
It's just
is.
like on there. It's just get on there and just fucking talk shit, fucking,
It's
you know.
unapologetically us, bro. I wish you could have sat in on this phone call that we had while, because we're getting our website up and running. So that's where this all started. You asked about the merch, and we didn't even talk about it. I talked circles around it. But the Breaking Records website is launching at the top of 2021, like right at the top of the year. And yeah, we're gonna have all our new merch lineup and stuff on there. So everybody stay tuned for that. um, but I don't even remember what the fuck I was trying to say with that. Oh, we were on the conference call like 2 nights ago. Me, Sky, and Jack. And bro, the shit we like this shit was just perfect content. The shit we were joking about for like an hour, bro. This is like perfect content for No Condom Podcast, bro. I'm telling you. This shit'll fly off the fucking. This shit'll go off the meters, bro. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, bro. This shit was fucking hilarious, man.
You know what though? Just kind of testing myself and kind of like just throwing out some jokes a little while ago because I felt like I have lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
I was kind of worried about like I'm like am I gonna be less funny without the weight? And and like the other day I just had some people dying laughing, so I was like, yes,
Yo.
still got it.
All right, bro. Yo, check it. I just got one thing I just want to run by you. All right. So you know how like the Wu Tang
We're
had
almost
like,
done though.
yo.
We got 1 minute.
All right, cool. So you know how the Wu Tang had like infinite styles, right? And they had all the different chambers of styles, and you know, like Method Man had this style and that style, and Old Dirty Bastard was the father with the style, and you know what I mean? So like, I'm reaching into my bags of different styles, right? And so like, I'm trying to get in touch with the youth, you know, and like Wu Tang, like Wu Tang's for the children, right? So I'm trying to get in touch with the youth and kind of tap into that bag. So I was thinking like, yo, what is it like when I tap into the style to like, you know, touch the kids? What do I call that? And that's my pedestals.
Yeah, we are, man.
Just,
Pedestals. Come on.
just wait till you see where that can go, bro. No Condom Podcast
For
gonna
sure.
be jump back into that,
Sure.
bro. Like I
All
said,
right.
you're gonna get nasty with it. Much
All
love,
right.
brother. Much love, my man. Mad love to you, man. Shout out to everybody who watched. Shout out LB, Stanley, Fisher, fucking Jay Roberts, Self-Made, Bristow, everybody else that was in the place to be. Breaking records all fucking day, baby. New contest,
All right.
December. Let's go!